Hi, I'm Gayle from BERNINA of Naperville, and I want to show you how to oil, clean out, change a needle on your BERNINA 4, 5, and 7 series machine. I happen to be working on a BERNINA 480, but this general concept applies to the 4, 5, and 7 series machines. So the first thing that you want to do is unplug the foot control. Now, I am going to tell you that the BERNINA manual recommends that you turn the machine off, but my old eyes can't see anything without this fluorescent light. So I am simply unplugging my foot control. Do it at your own will and your own risk. All right, so the next thing is to unthread the needle. And what I like to do is unthread the needle and cut the thread right up here. And then notice that my presser foot is in the highest position, and now I'm pulling the thread out. This is the best way to remove the thread from the machine, because this way you're not putting any undue pressure on any of the mechanisms through the threading path. Then there is a screwdriver. There is no screwdriver that comes with the 4 or the 5 series machines. There is one that comes with the BERNINA 7 series, but I happen to love this little dude. It's called a Scrooky-Doo. I mean, how cute could that be? And this fits right over on this, and it allows you to undo your needle screw a little bit easier than trying to wedge your fingers in there. So you should always change your needle after every 4 to 6 hours of sewing. I've been making masks like crazy on this machine, so it's time to change this out with a new needle. I'm going to put my Scrooky-Doo aside for a moment, and now I'm going to remove my presser foot. Just easy off, easy on, or one-hand-tastic, as I like to say. And now I'm going to open my bobbin door, and I'm going to remove my bobbin case. I just pushed on the side of that chrome piece, and it popped right out. And now I'm going to push on this little bullseye on our needle plate, and I'm going to remove my needle plate, and I'm going to use my dust brush that came with my machine, and I'm going to dust out the little lint and the little bits and just make sure that everything is nice and clean. Here's a question, or maybe my short little poll. What do you not do at this point? Blow into your machine. Do not blow into your machine. Do not use compressed air. What that is going to do is blow the lint all over into bits that you are not going to be able to get out, and it'll have to come to the technicians to clean it out. I'm not going to lie. I like it when you do that. It just makes us have more business, but it's not good for the machine, and my job is to make sure that you take care and love your BERNINA forever and ever and ever. Go. Another thing that you're going to want to make sure that you do is open up your shuttle race cover here and take out your hook. Now, this sounds scary, but there is a foolproof way to put this in and put this out. So we're popping out the hook, and you want to clean this little track. You know, those of you that unfortunately have broken needles, it happens to all of us, don't worry. This is where you're going to look for those little needle tips, and you're going to clean this out really well, because there is a lot of fuzz that can mix with the oil and impact down in that area. Then you're going to take out your hook, and you're going to look for nicks and gouges and scratches and things like that. Now, you're not going to be able to really polish off any of those, and I certainly wouldn't recommend it, but our technicians here can do that, and they can inspect the hooks, and that's what they do with the clean oil and adjust, part of what they do with the clean oil and adjust. But it's important to make sure that this is sharp and there's no roughness around this hook. Now, when you're oiling, I use my oil pen, and I'll put a drop of oil just there. But there's also these little pads right there, and just the wee little bit of oil on these pads. And then do you see that there's a see-through hole there? That see-through hole is going to line up with that little shiny silvery hole down here. I think I might need to get this camera down a little further to see that silvery disc. So as we put this here, I'm going to do this technique. It's called the 2-finger spread. And we're going to get our hook kind of lined up in there. And then if you put it in and it keeps falling out like this, don't worry. It just means that our bits aren't lined up properly. See that opening on the hook right there? That needs to be over on this side because that is our see-through hole that needs to be lined up where that silvery disc was. So we're going to turn that around and put it right into place. Did you hear that click? Now it's in just the right spot and it's just where I told you it would be. The little opening is like at 11:30 and the little opening hole is lined up on the silvery bit. And there's a magnet in there once you get it into the right spot and it holds it in just wonderfully. So now we're going to close the shuttle race cover, making sure that that little clip gets connected back on there. Then our bobbin case goes back in with the chrome line parallel to the table of your machine. Cut the thread on the side, close the bobbin door, put the needle plate back on, and don't forget to be mindful of these little clips. Through a lot of use, sometimes these little clips will twist in the wrong direction or and do weird things, and we just want to make sure that we're not forcing them down if they don't want to go. Obviously, these clips can be replaced, and we do have them in stock, but you want to try to avoid breaking them if you can. And we're going to line it up. There are 2 holes and then a hole on the side that coordinate with the needle plate, and you're just going to lay this down and slip it into place, and I kind of just use my fingers to make sure it's flush. Put the presser foot back on. I'm going to lift my presser foot up, put the presser foot on, squeeze it down into position, grab a new needle, put the needle in the machine, and use my little screw-key-doo to tighten my needle. Thank you for watching, and if you enjoyed this quick little tutorial, there are more every day that are loading on the BERNINA of Naperville YouTube channel, which can be found at youtube.com/BERNINA of Naperville. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to our channel. And if you want to know exactly when we add new videos, just click the little bell and you'll get notifications every time you see a video like this. Thank you so much, and see you again.